Hi, chat. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Happy Monday. Thank you for the 16 months, Molly. What the heck? That's so long. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enjoy all of your subby perks for a whole month. So nice. Let me see who got first crew because you guys were really fast again. Hollow, Homeserve, Molly, Rach, and Katie. Congratulations on snatching one of the first 5. I hope you guys enjoy. You're part of the cool crew today. Thank you so much for being early as I started the stream. Homeserve, welcome in. Mimbim, welcome in. Molly, welcome in. Jace, welcome in. Rach, welcome in. Joel, welcome in. Riri, welcome in. Sodastrom, welcome in. Katie, welcome in. Peace, welcome in. Hollow, welcome in. Susie Q, welcome in. Magda, welcome in. Raven, welcome in. Kelly, welcome in. Jane, thank you so much for cheering me on. Carrots, welcome in. And Jane, of course, welcome in as well. Tay, welcome in. Um, Barnes and Noble Nerd, welcome in. Ava, welcome in. Raven, thanks for cheering me on. Felipe, welcome in. Amanda, welcome in. Pauline, welcome in. Raven, welcome in. Singularity, welcome in. Flazo, welcome in. Smeefy, welcome in. Nildrith, welcome in. Soso, welcome in. I feel like I need to sneeze. Hi, you welcome in. um, Rowan Aster, welcome in. Or is that wait, is it Roan Aster? That makes a lot more sense than what I just said. It's probably Roan Aster. Maddie, welcome in. Zuri, welcome in. Katinka, welcome in. Especially welcome in. Yanni, welcome in. Terrible Sound, welcome in. Leo, welcome in. Nooch, welcome in. The Loop Leo, welcome in. We have multiple Leos.
Hope you're having a good time.
Jersey! Thank you so much for the 31 months. What the heck? Thank you, thank you. You actually got a brand new badge recently. It's forever pink now. Because you got a first badge. I actually cleaned out my first badges. Because there were like a lot of people that at the time got it through like gift subs and things. And I cleaned it up so that I actually went to people that, are founders of the stream, and you're one of them. And oh my goodness, Katie, thank you so much for the 15 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enter all of your subby perks. And you too, Jersey. Please enter all of your subby perks. Thank you so much for being a founder of the stream. Because you've literally been around for such a long time. When I saw your name pop up on the list, I was like, yes, this is such a good founder. The first basically means that if someone is an affiliate, the first 10 people that subscribe to the stream get a first badge. And as soon as someone gets partner, it basically extends to the first 25. So everyone who has a first badge was part of the first 25 people to subscribe to the stream. However, like I said, you can as a streamer clean them up because ah thank you so much for that resub as well, Ashley. Thank you for the 4 months. Please enjoy all of your subby perks. Thank you so much. And thank you for that follow just now as well. But yeah, basically it's like a founder's badge, so you are seen as one of the people that are part of like the foundations of the stream. Um, as of like 2-3 years ago or something, Jace, thank you for the 40 biddies, and thank you guys so much for the hype train. What the heck? Um, as of 2 years ago, they gave streamers the option to like sort through the first badges because obviously like if you hit affiliate and someone gifts 10 subs on your first stream, like it could happen. Um those people all get a founder's badge even though they are random gift subs, and sometimes that's people that, maybe were in the stream like once and that's it. And I actually hadn't cleaned up my founder's badges basically since I got partner and there were like 25 additional people or like 15 additional people on top of the original 10. And there's also just people that like were in the stream at the beginning when the first 10 like got handed out, but then haven't been to stream in like 2 years. And then I figured it actually makes a lot more sense for people to have the badges that are still part of the community. So I basically removed anyone that was random. I specifically made sure that it was also people that hadn't subscribed for like a really long time. So I could just make sure that it's people that haven't been to the stream in a long time. Or as sure as you can be, basically. And now the list is 25 people that I actually would say are founders of the community because they've been around for such a long time. And like most of them I've actually met in person, so I feel like that makes it extra special. um, but yeah, I was saying hello to everyone. Mark, welcome in. Crafty Simmer, welcome in. Esther, welcome in. Anna, welcome in. Angie, welcome in. Ellie, welcome in. You'll welcome in, and thanks for cheering me on. Johanna, welcome in, and thanks for cheering me on. For Bela, welcome in. Jersey, thank you so much for that resub again. Joy, welcome in. Mimbim, welcome in, and thanks for cheering me on. Um, Katie and Ashley, thank you so much for those resubs as well. Jace, thank you so much for the 40 biddies. Lena, welcome in. Huff, welcome in, and thanks for cheering me on. Daniel, welcome in. Baby Girl Joe, welcome in. Lenny, welcome in, and thanks for cheering me on. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you're all doing well. How was everyone's weekend? Hi, Home Serve. Hi, Squeaks. Welcome in. It's good to see both of you. Thank you so much for cheering me on, Home Serve. I appreciate that. Little heads up. Speaking of dinner date, um, I still have to eat my dinner as well. What? Anna, that's wild.
I'm officially halfway to the gardener role. Wahoo!
That is wild. 500,000? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the 100 biddies. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here for that amount of time. Literally, that's wild. Wild, wild, wild. Senanor, welcome in. It's good to see you. Weekend was fine, but it went by so fast. Agreed. Too fast. It's going to take long. Yeah, but still, also, you're already there. Like, at halfway there. That mind blown. Crazy spring snow weather we're having. Crazy snow spring. Oh, no. Oh, no. My weekend was very nice. The birthday dinner with my aunt was very, very fun. We had a great time. The food was delicious. It was very fun to hang out with my family. And then, on Saturday, I played Sims with my best friend all day. She came over to my house. We had like a Sims day. It was very nice. And then on Sunday, um, I basically worked all day. I woke up really early. Scott had to go to a rowing tournament and he had to leave the house at 6:30 in the morning. So by 7, I was just wide awake and ready to start my day. Um so that was actually like it was actually kind of nice because I did all the household chores. I promised Scott that I would help out because he had rowing tournament for the entire weekend. So I was like, "You know what? Don't worry. I'll clean the house this week. Like I'll do everything. You don't have to worry about anything." And then I was done with everything, like cleaning the entire house before 12. And then I went to the supermarket, got myself some nice lunch, and then I worked all afternoon. Because I'm really busy this week. I feel like next week it's gonna calm down already. It's 1 week of just absolute crazy. I have in like the coming 2 weeks, I have 4 different deadlines, which is is just bonkers. Like, I don't know who decided that the end of March is apparently the time to wrap everything up, but 4 deadlines and also 4 all of them are like big projects. And 2 of them are secret. Basically until the deadline. Actually no, 3 of them are secret. You are your own boss, push the deadlines. Unfortunately, you'll see when the things are released, but unfortunately in this case, these are all external deadlines. It's also not related to the end of fiscal year, because that's what I thought as well. It's also not related to it being the end of the first quarter. It is literally just a coincidence that all of these 4 things happen to happen, wow, in the same 2 weeks. Yeah, there's, like, secret streams, which obviously you can guess it's related to a game release. I don't have power over the planning of game releases. Um, and then there's, like, other things happening that are all just it's literally coincidence. There's no rhyme or reason as to why it's happening now, but it's happening now. So, yeah. It's really fun, though. I'm excited to share everything, but also, my god. It's only Monday and I'm already done with this week. Yeah, they're just out to get me. The universe is like, "Oh, you think you're your own boss? Well, guess what? External deadlines." Thank you for the hug, Lenny. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just a girl, you know? No, but it's really fun things. I'm very, very, very excited to be able to share the things that I've been working on. I cannot share everything by the end of these 2 weeks. There's one project where, like, I have a deadline, but I can't talk about it yet. But I'm very stoked. These are all, like, really good things. There's nothing like a bad thing where I'm, like, working really hard because I don't want to. These are all things I signed up for, and I'm very stoked about, so, um Mondays are the worst, though it only gets better the closer Friday is. Actually, in this week, that is very true. I feel like for me, most of the pressure will be relieved like next week, midweek or something. Like next week, Wednesday, I'm hoping to be done with all the deadlines, like 2 or 3 days early. Um, Thank you, Lenny. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate it. Also, look, they discovered the chair. I don't know what happened, but over the weekend, like, I removed Fat Cat because I wanna that's the plushie that's normally there. I put Fat Cat there because they never wanted to sleep there. Like, I had it empty for weeks, and they never laid down. And then I put Fat Cat there, and thank you guys, by the way, for the hype train. I appreciate it. Um, and then I took Fat Cat away because I wanted to vacuum because Fat Cat got a little bit dusty. Um And then as I removed it, Toot laid down, and I was like, "Okay, well then, I'll just leave it like this." And then Seuss laid down as well. Seuss was just sleeping there over the weekend. I was like, "What?" Um, Also Fire Cutes, welcome in, and McQueen that welcome in, and Brittany welcome in. It's so good to see all of you. Um, I'm curious, did you know that they all had like the same deadline? Um, One thing I knew for a really long time. The other three were all communicated to me in the past 2 to 3 weeks. Like, I knew they were in the pipeline, but I didn't know when exactly they would happen, and then they happened to happen all in the same 1.5 week, basically. I am temporarily back to my secret lab chair, or at least for now. Um, I have it's really stupid. I have a really bad ache in my SI joint, which is like where your hip bone connects to your lower back. It's probably related to EDS. Somewhere last week, I moved wrong, I guess. And ever since it's been like hurting really bad. And I called with my physio. And one of the things that she said was like, okay, what are you sitting on all day? And is it pushing like your hip bones together? And my fractal chair, like the seating of that is a little bit curved and a little bit more narrow. And I actually noticed a huge difference on sitting on a different chair. So then she was like, "Do you have a different desk chair that you can sit on?" So I temporarily moved back to this one, hoping that this issue will go away soon and not come back if I go back on that other chair. Um, we'll have to see. It's like a thing where time will tell. The insurance machine rolling so I can receive my sweet new sugar blood sensor sometime next month. I'm excited at the prospect of not having to oh yeah, I can absolutely see that. Um I can absolutely see you being excited for that. I hope it comes in quick. That'd be super nice. Um Jealousy is the best eye opener to pets. So true. So true. Also, hi Izzy, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. What were are your most common symptoms for EDS? Pain, chronic pain in my entire body. Um, Very quickly having joint pain for basically anything. Long day of walking, all my joints hurt. Trying to do a handstand, I can't because it hurts that much. Being incredibly weak, like literally always losing at any game that requires any sort of strength because I can't even open a jar of pickles. And it's not a like, "Oh, I'm just a girl. I'm like no, it's literally I do not have the physical capacity to now I do because I train really hard for it. Also Dot Jessica, welcome in. It's good to see you. And Paula, welcome in. Water to plants is just like a daily check-in. I am also just a girl though. That's very true. It's like a daily check-in. You can redeem it once and it adds up to how many times you've been to stream. It's not to like keep track or anything. It's just like for funsies for yourself. And it helps me notice you in chat because it will pop up in my activity feed, making it a bit easier for me to say hi to you. Yeah, it's like a little collectible. Hi, Thomas. Welcome in. It's good to see you. But yeah, those were the most common symptoms. I feel like a lot of people that have ADS will have a joint that pops out of the socket at one point. I, knock on wood, luckily have never had this. So I think actually in that sense, it makes sense that they only diagnosed me relatively late. Something that I've only learned as I knew it was related to EDS later, but I have actually experienced this my entire life. I bruise really easily. Like I bruise like a peach. Um, and I always thought it was related to my ADHD for like bumping into things and just not remembering that I bumped into things. But I have now come to realize that it's not necessarily related to ADHD. I just happen to like if I slightly bump into something, I just bruise. So I very, very, very often have like weird bruises on my legs where I just don't remember what happened because probably the bump itself was very small. Um, it is. I also didn't know it was an EDS thing. But apparently, so EDS is not like a lot of people have the joint issues, but in essence, it's just a connective tissue issue. Tissue issue. That sounds really strange. So, any connective tissue in your body is affected. People with very severe EDS actually also have tissue issues. Tissues. They have tissues in their gut or in their brain or in their blood vessels. Again, they haven't found this for me, which is good because that's actually really difficult. Like, that can be life threatening if you don't want, like, if you are just basically in bad luck, I guess. Um, but apparently it is for me partially in my skin because the connective tissue in my skin is just not very strong, meaning that if I bump my skin, it's just very sensitive. Which was interesting to learn. And most likely in my case, it might be that it's like a little bit in my large intestine, the issue, because I have a lot of stomach aches. And they haven't found any other cause for it. So they don't know if it's related, but they also can't really prove it. Um, I actually forgot to get tissues from the store. Dang it, we should have talked about this earlier. Hi, Tub Tub. It's good to see you. And Kathy, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. I want to get checked for EDS, but NHS is so shit. Yeah. That's the big downside of getting an EDS diagnosis is that getting to the right specialist already isn't easy, let alone if you're in a place where just the healthcare system sucks. Does it hurt more? Not that well, maybe it does, but I can't compare it to how much it hurts for a normal person. Because, like, I've never had a situation where it didn't hurt the same amount as it does. Um, I do remember growing up that people would tell me, I don't know the English word, but, like, the Dutch word kleinzerig, that I would, like, very easily be in pain. Um, maybe actually it hurts more. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, absolutely you should blame me, Tub Tub, as you should. Uh, do you want a quick debrief? Yeah, feel free. Feel free. I'd love to hear about it, Liv. Also, I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Um, while we yap a little bit, or I hope it's okay. Yeah, crybaby. Thank you. That is the right word, I think. Yeah. I was very often called a crybaby of like, please don't make such a fuzz about being like hurt. It wasn't that bad. It's such a nasty thing to say, especially if you realize that this was said to me by like sports coaches and teachers. So, like, a really big part for me when I went to my rehab treatment was actually like unlearning a lot of things that I would tell myself about my body. Like, I would punish myself for being like a crybaby, or I would like tell myself that I was weak, or tell myself that I was just making a fuss about something that wasn't that bad. And then I actually got, like, a lot of validation through the whole rehab treatment for EDS where they were like, "No, it's actually really good that you're saying these things because if something hurts you, that is just your boundary and you should just stop doing that thing. And if someone is mean about it, just tell them that that's their problem." And I was like, "Oh, actually, that's really interesting." It's 100% an ongoing process. I still when I'm at Pilates and I can't do something because it hurts, I'll say sorry to the teacher. I'll be like, "I'm so sorry I can't do this." And luckily we have, like, very lovely Pilates instructors, and they're like, "No, you don't have to say sorry. It's all good. Like, take it at your own pace." But it's definitely an unlearning process. It just scared you. It actually didn't sting. Hours later, yes, it did sting. I don't understand why people feel the need to discredit your experience. Like, what is the gain for people to be like, no, that didn't happen? Like, I've never really understood this, but exactly in situations like this is like, why would you discredit it? If someone says it hurts, I think I got stung by a wasp, then be like, oh, what happened? Instead of being like, no, that didn't happen. What do you mean? Um in my lower back, but it was in Rotterdam, and after the walking and pain, I was in, I can't help but shake the feeling there's something more going on, but I'm already in one battle with health. I don't wanna go look for another. It actually from what I've noticed with health-related battles is I was feeling like I was battling 5 at the same time because I was at one point I'm still, in a way, seeing multiple specialists, but almost always they're all related, and finding or being able to name certain causes actually helps with a lot of other things. Also, hi boy, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. No, I'm not Italian. I couldn't even speak Italian to save my life. I can say buongiorno principessa, and that's about it. I'm Dutch. The teacher wanted to talk to me because she's such a cry baby, and she's in elementary school. But no, what? I'm sorry. What? If ever I have children, and a teacher would call me in to talk about that, I will tell the teacher. Like, I don't know. I won't slap them because that's not allowed, but, like, I would want to slap them and be like, excuse me, who the fuck do you think you are?" Um, Tired but happy, we traveled from London to Manchester for Sabrina Carpenter concert. It was so fun. Unfortunately, you picked a lot of kids, and it's not a kid-friendly show because of all the lyrics. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've heard this about her concerts. That, like, there's a lot of kids going even though it's not an appropriate concert for a kid at all. Um, Narwhals swimming in the ocean, causing a commotion, cause they are so awesome. Narwhals swimming in the ocean. Hi, Boo, it's good to see you. Um, Twitch screens are split properly, I think. Oh, I see. I was like, "What do you mean?" But then I realized you're streaming too, I think. Would murder teacher at that point, yep. Yep. Also, Quill, welcome in, and Noisy, welcome in, it's good to see you. Unalive. No, no, you're allowed to say that. When it comes to this situation, you're allowed to say that. I become lion mom, but it's so sad because she knows that the teachers think that way, yeah. Which is, like, it really sucks because at least for me, obviously, I don't know, specifically about your kid, but, like, stuff like that can carry on so long in your life. Like, you can carry that with you and really feel it as the truth because it's just what you hear every single day. You were? Really? Did you already end stream? Oh, yeah, you said you were doing a small stream today. Um, I would love my things to be connected, but I always easily pass my deductible because they are not. Ah, your health things. I was like, let me think of what we were talking about 2 minutes ago that relates to. Hi, Leaky. Welcome in. It's good to see you. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I've got physio coming up for surgery, so I think it'll mention something then. But thank you. You'll mention some. I was like, it'll mention. I'll mention something then. Yeah, that sounds good. It's always good to like use your existing health appointments to kind of as like a bridge or a step up to any further questions. I've done that as well. Um, but considering that I still have some soup, would you guys be okay with, like, playing maybe a round of Words on Stream while I quickly eat some of my soup before it gets cold? And then, we can play The Sims after? Like, just a little bit? To 1 game or something? I think last time I ate my dinner in 1 game of Words on Stream, so, um The soup is actually not cold, it's still really warm. Um, Hi, Liker, welcome in. But yeah, I will put on some words. Let me actually go here and then do that. There we go. Um, I'll just put my mic away a little bit like this. And I can still talk to you guys, but I have free space to eat my soup. Are you guys ready? Good luck. You got this, okay? Oh, Scott just found his beanies from Fractal. He's very happy. Good soup. These clothes are bad. Mm. You guys are doing so well. Let's go. You already unlocked the next level. Oopsie. Ah, we should call ourselves Rosannatxt crybabies. Yes. You can all be my crybabies, and I will validate you in everything. Be like, yes, cry about it, please. As you should. Mm. Mm. Only one more word. Hi, Jane. Welcome in. It's good to see you. That is 3 levels skipped. Let's go. Take back the bad meaning. There's no bad meaning. I literally said I will validate you in everything. Oh, repurpose it like that. I was like, what do you mean? I didn't mean it badly. Yeah, we should reclaim it. I like that. Let's do that. You guys, what the heck? You were like, let us guess all these words in 10 seconds. That was so fast. Mm. I'm like, oh, I see a word. But then I'm like, no, that's already there. Um, Hi, Alicia. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Hmm. While you guys are playing this, I can actually, in the meantime. Oh, that doesn't work. There we go. I was like, I can start up my game, but that doesn't work then because that would go in front of the screen. Maybe next month. You got this. Next month, you got this. I'm having a good day. I hope you are too, Alicia. Mm. Extra challenge. You cannot see the screen. Guess all the words. I don't think that would be a good idea. Oh my god, we get to skip 5 levels because you guys guessed every single word. Let's freaking go. It has to be 4 letters. Yeah, so it has to match the amount of squares that you see here. Um actually if we get to the higher levels, it has to be 5 letters. 5 letters. Wow. A cold day today. Oh no. We don't like those, or at least I don't. I know there's people who really enjoy cold. Nice. Let's go, chat. So, actually, the first letters are sorted alphabetically. So if you now see that Dre is the second word, that means that basically only the A or the D can now be the first letter because only those two letters are like in front of the D in the alphabet. So if you're guessing, you can like guess words that start with either an A or a D. Um that was like a neat little trick that people told me about not too long ago and I was like, "Oh, I never realized that they were actually like alphabetically sorted." But that makes a lot of sense. There we go. Oh my goodness. Again, 5 levels chat. You guys are slaying. Also, Leaky leading the leaderboard, MJ being second, and Susie Q being third. Let's go. Mm. Ah, dang it. I saw it too. But you guys were faster. I was too slow, but I saw the word as well. I was very proud of myself. Mm. Also, Osadom Explorer, welcome in. Thank you so much for playing along. I appreciate it. Um, my problem is the only word that I can see is slut. I love how loins was held because of sexual based terms. That's actually really funny. I'm so shitty at this. I feel you live. Every single time, I'm like, my brain just doesn't know words anymore. Like sometimes I see it, like the word utensil, I saw it like, yes. But then that was it. I did nothing to contribute to this success. You were here to cheer on chat, to show support by also guessing words. That counts as well. It helped. Hi Joanna, welcome in. It's good to see you. And Pastel, welcome in as well. Overwhelmed as fuck. That is so fair. That is so fair. Just typing with fake letters. Do that all the time. But you guys did it. 3 levels. Let's go. Slay. Leaky still leading. MJ and Susie Q still second and third. Just eating her cookie. Nice. Let's go. Also, Gitor, welcome in, and Nuts, welcome in. Um, Scales. Nice. So there's also a fake letter. If you guess the longest word, then you know what letters are real because the fake letter is not in the longest word. Mm. Nice nuts. Okay, so classes is all the correct letters. Mm. Cases, nice. Guys, let's go. That's another 5 levels. Ooh, and Riri now being 3rd on the leaderboard. Soleil. Let's go. Oh god, now the words are hidden. I hate that. Okay, the longest word is federal. So federal contains all the correct letters. If you use that word to guess all the other things off, you should be good. Nice, leafed. Very smooth. Also, only 5-letter words now. Leader, nice. Hmm. Hi, Andrea and Joey. Welcome in. It's good to see both of you. Hmm. Ooh, we're getting close. Also, Kitty, welcome in. Thank you so much for playing. One more word and you guys have it. Let's go. Very smooth chat. Very, very smooth. You did that. 2 levels. Also, Pastel rising to spot number 3 on the leaderboard. Leaky still leading with 122. Damn. You know what you're doing, huh? Ooh, rayon. Nice. Any more is the longest word. Um, I don't know. My brain is not functioning. That I have the same you. Especially now that I can't see the other words because that doesn't help my brain like figure out any of the other guesses basically. One more guess and you guys unlock all the words. And we're through to the next round basically. It's just letter soup. Yes, it feels like the vermicelli, the letter vermicelli. Um what is that word, Leaky? Human? Also, hi Prismatic, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. And Koki, welcome in. And Burp, welcome in. It's so good to see all of you. Someone who holds an estate? I have never heard of that. That is wild. But you got it again. Chat, you are absolutely cracked at this. What do you mean? Also, Olympia, welcome in. Wow. I actually don't know if that's not how you write it. What do you mean we haven't guessed one word? Adieu is one word. This is wild. How that wasn't a real level. Holy shit. Oh, that is yeah, adieu chat. GG's, guys. GG's. That was holy shit.
There's a tiny text message, a very tiny one. Please read it.
I would join in, but I left my brain cell somewhere and I can't find it.
Yeah, I feel that. That was how I was feeling as well. Hi, Charlotte. Thank you so much for the freaking 36-month resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Hollow, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Leek. That's super kind. Leaky, please enter all of your subby perks for a whole month. Hollow was impressed. Rightfully so. Leaky was absolutely cracked today. What the heck? Thank you so much for that gifted. That's super kind. And Charlotte, thank you so, so much for the 36 months. I appreciate it a ton. Please enjoy all of your subby perks, both of you. I'm starting up the game so we can actually get into building. Your CC build by videos are super helpful. Yay! I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you so much for telling me. That's very kind of you. I love making those. They're always a lot of work, but I really enjoy making them because I basically get to go CC shop for work. Like, that feels like the best day ever. um, that feels like the best day ever, you know. It's just in general, by the way, I feel like every single day that I wake up now, I have to pinch myself that this is my work. Like, I get to play games for a living. Like, yes, it's a lot of work and like there's so much to do and I'm like all busy all the time, but at the same time, I'm just working and playing The Sims. Let's play The Sims. We spend the whole day CC shopping. Yep, I feel that. Hi, Sarah. Welcome in. And Senator, thank you so much for cheering me on. Ugh. Okay, I'm waiting for my game to start up. Also, oh my goodness, I spend so much time on Saturday with the new pack. Like I played the entire day with the new pack. Because like I said, me and my bestie had a Sims day, so we were literally just vibing and playing The Sims all day. And I made a sim and I made like a pottery and she was like teaching classes and she was making all the different pottery things and stuff and I built in the new world and I was like, "Oh my goodness, the new pack is so much fun." I had a great time. And she was also playing with the new pack. She was doing something completely different. She made like a wine bar and then the sim was like making wines and then selling them and then his partner was like giving mixology classes and stuff. and we both just had such a great time with the new pack. Like, it has been a really long time since I had the time, like, so short after a release, to just sit down and play for myself, and both of us were so in agreement that this is such a nice pack, so, yeah. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Um, Me looking at my tiny English dictionary and all you slaying, at Google Translator, yeah, honestly, chat was slaying. Absolutely true. Um, is my favorite pack in so long. Yeah, there is so much that you can do with it. Like, it's actually wilding. Um, because also me and my friend were, like, brainstorming of all the things that we wanted to do because I was like, "Okay, let me just start by exploring the things that were already in the pack." But she was like, "Oh, I want some creative ideas of things that I can build or, like, gameplay things that I can do," and I was like, "I have so many." Like, I have so many ideas of shops that I can build or, like, businesses that I can run. Um, and it just feels like I feel so, like, creatively inspired compared to I don't know. Like, a while ago in The Sims, I wasn't saying that I was getting burned out on The Sims because I love this game and, like, I will always find a way to make myself engaged with it again, but sometimes you just feel like there's a little bit, like, a lack of creativity. For me, I always go back to build mode when that happens because that just makes it, um like, I start a big build project like the mod mansion, and then I fall in love with it again. But I feel like this pack really, for me, like, made me fall in love with gameplay again. Also, hi, Alexi, welcome in, it's so good to see you. Ooh, what, Esther? This pack is really inspiring me. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are feeling that. Oh my goodness, Susie Q, thank you so much for hanging out enough that you got to redeem the coconut roll. Please enjoy your time standing as a beautiful palm tree with coconuts in our community Discord. Um, I got into making custom tattoos in CAS. Oh, I downloaded so many custom tattoos. I'm not talented enough to create them myself, I think, but I really, really, really like downloading from other people. Oh, Hollow, thank you so much for making the clip about the delay. There's nothing that we're gonna be able to do about that. Anything on stream is gonna be delayed. Like, my mic and music for me are in sync, but for you guys are not, and, that's just what it is. Um, Unfortunately, that's what happens. It's having a sound mixer and things going through different channels, and, the only way for it to be in sync is for it to be out of sync for me, which means that I wouldn't be able to sing along. Um, House is looking so good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me give you guys a quick tour for anyone who hasn't seen any of the recent progress. So this is the house on the outside. We haven't really done any like additional things to it compared to I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago when I was working on the outside. Um Also didn't really change anything for the common spaces, so we still have, like, all the shared living spaces and stuff. Also, Ocean Aliens, welcome in, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by, I hope you're doing good. You built a really good house? Thank you, I've been doing my best. We finished Micah's room, like 2 streams ago. Why are you embarrassed? Oh, you watched the VOD of you building my room? Why are you embarrassed? Now I'm really curious, what did I do something to embarrass you? Did I Is it the pictures? Is it the picture that we looked at together? Um, Sorry you had to go. Everyone had fun with the pictures. We had a great time. Also, hi D, welcome in, and yes, Maniac, welcome in. It's good to see both of you. Hello, hello. But we finished Micah's room, which I think turned out absolutely stunning. And we finished Lena's room, which I'm also really happy with how it turned out with the walk-in wardrobe and the very cozy balcony with all the lights and all the plants and stuff. And we just started working on Hollow's room, over here. So Yeah, this is the room that we were working on, and I was actually planning on downloading a desk, and I'm now realizing that I forgot that. That's rather unfortunate. Because I really was like, "Oh, I need to download that before I start stream today." Forgot. Hi, Durana, Sophie, and, Debs, welcome in. It's good to see all of you. I hope you're all doing well. Um, let me see if I actually haven't even checked the desk to see if I wanna download it. Mm, oh, that is actually kind of what I want. It's different from your actual desk, but I think this might be nice. Okay, I might quickly download this, put it in my game, and restart. Um, just add it as a task. No, but I need it today because I need it for Hollow's room. So I'm just quickly gonna restart. It's not gonna take long because the CC already downloaded, so but I need it for the desk setup. I think it's gonna be worth it. I think you guys will agree with me once you see it in game. Let's extract it. Um, hold on. Let's put it back into mods, custom content. Didn't I just copy paste it? There we go. Okay. Let's restart the game and then we're ready to rumble. Brain cell's still not home. You're all good, Charlotte. Don't worry. Thanks for calling me stylish, Mick. Nice. Who, what, where? When we were doing the analysis of all the pictures from Tub Tub when I was building Tub Tub's room in the mod mansion, I guess you called him stylish. Also, thank you all so much for cheering me on. I appreciate it. Ugh, my back is hurting today. I don't like it. Um, thank you for cheering me on, Tub Tub and Soda Storm. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Um, I have realized, by the way, for anyone who's encountering this issue, if you get those pop-up screens and then you click it away and your game freezes, like it gets stuck on the main menu, you need to click on learn more instead of trying to click it away, and then it actually works. It's really stupid. Got a massage this afternoon. Your lower back is still hurting. Ooh, I hope in a good way, as in like it's hurting, but you feel more relaxed for it. I do know the feeling though. I remember when I went to my physiotherapist for like my shoulders that were stuck. The next day, I would feel like all bruised, but it would also feel better. Not in a good way? Oh no. Oh no. We hate that. Thank you, Lena. Thank you for the reminder. I appreciate it. The pain was there before the massage. Oh, okay. So it's like it's just not gone. Oh. Yeah, it sucks. Pain sucks. I wish we didn't feel pain, but it's like at the same time, we need it because it's useful. But like I wish we didn't feel pain that was unnecessary. Um are incredible and not even that sour. I'm so curious. Thank you so much for thinking of me. I appreciate it. I can't wait to try them out. Um very excited for that. I'm so sorry for the yawning. Um I had such a long work day today. Good work day, but long. So I am excited to go sleep tonight and have like a really solid night of sleep. The only downside is I have to wake up a bit early tomorrow because of the psychologist appointment, I'll survive, I guess. Are we that boring? Yeah. Not even gonna deny it. No, you guys are not boring at all. How was the soup? It was actually really I think maybe that's why I'm yawning. My soup was really nice, but now I'm feeling, like, all sleepy and cozy because I had soup. It was, like, chicken soup, um, with, like it was like a curry coconutty chicken soup, and it was very delicious, but it's one of those things that just like a really cozy cup of tea or, like, a hot chocolate or something, you'll just feel, like, all warm and fuzzy, and then you just get a little bit sleepy, you know? It was very good. It had, potato and carrot and is it called pak soy in English as well? Um, and then, like, some chicken and chicken broth and coconut milk and curry powder, and then, like, a it was a HelloFresh recipe, so I don't exactly know what was in it, but it was like a Vietnamese, um, paste, basically. Um, is it called bok choy, thank you, yes, bok choy. And then, like, a Vietnamese paste, basically, and then some fish oil for, like, the saltiness, and it was just it didn't contain lemongrass because there was actually fresh lemongrass with it that I needed to, like, break and put in the soup. So I don't exactly know what was in it, but it's very delicious. Very delicious. It was definitely comfort food. The only thing if I would make this recipe myself that I would change is the type of chicken that they used because they used, like, chicken thigh. And I prefer chicken breast filet because it doesn't have, like, the, squeaky bits. If you know, you know. When I start living on my own, I'm also gonna do HelloFresh. It is so nice. I love the fact that with HelloFresh, I still get to eat, like, really diverse. I get to eat, like, a lot of different recipes without, having to constantly, like, go look for them. Um, and obviously not having to do any groceries is fantastic. It is so incredibly nice. Oh wait, I don't have my CC on, but this is the pack that I need. Also I started the recording by the way. I don't think you guys could see that, but just a reminder or a check for Lena. Okay, so this is the desk. Yeah, that's a good choice, I think. It's like a sit-stand desk and it has the right legs. The only thing that doesn't really work is the thing at the top here because Hollow's desk doesn't look like that, but I'm gonna take it anyways. Now the question is, am I gonna try to squish this monitor on here again? Um, okay, now I have all the I think I should. Um, I'm just gonna need that to go like this. Hi, Sam. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing so well today. Let's see if that looks good from the front. No, I want to move it in a little bit closer. Yeah, that looks good. I don't necessarily like that screen specifically. Like, it's not the most beautiful, but it works. Your dedication to making this the best mansion for your mods is really inspirational. Thank you. I want to make sure that my mods are comfortable, you know? It's important. Wait, I actually have that screen. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. That's too small, but what if I scale this? Rachel, this is not how it works. Thank you so much for the raid. Right back at you. I see. I see. This is so funny. I love a good circle raid. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? How was the rest of your stream? I saw you actually switch to some Sims. I lurked a little bit in your stream as I was like getting ready for my own stream. I hope you had a great stream. I hope that you finished your work. You mentioned that you were doing like taxes and stuff. I did them last week. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. So you're very brave. I'm proud of you. Got some work done and then some chaotic sims. I love that for you. I'm happy to hear that you had a good stream. Yeah, taxes terrible. Actually terrible. Also, hi Sparky. It's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. And Nuts, welcome in. What a surprise to see you with this raid. Brash and Sassy, welcome in. Rachel, of course, welcome in. Saiku, welcome in. Panda, welcome in. Amilkus, welcome in. Reese Mini Puff, welcome in. Veli like Jelly, welcome in. Eyeless World, welcome in. Jennifer, welcome in. Swiss Army Romance, welcome in. Sim Steven, welcome in. Darla, welcome in. Rachie Marie, welcome in. Angelic Wraith, welcome in. It is so good to see all of you. I hope you're all doing amazing. Squishy Carl, welcome in. Oops, I'm realizing I'm missing people. Martin, welcome in. Dana, welcome in. It is so good to see you. Sarah, welcome in. Britt, welcome in. I hope you're all doing phenomenal today. So excited to see this mansion build. Oh, I cannot wait to show you guys. This build that I've been working on is massive, but I'm very excited to show you guys around. I was on a Norwegian stream and he talked about taxes too. Oh god, the taxes are taking over everywhere. Um, yes, I was just about to say, if you need to go raid and run, raid and rest, please make sure to do so. I know that usually you have to go walk your dog, so enjoy the walk. I hope it's a good one today. And for anyone who wants to hang out here, welcome in. Also, do we get a shout out for Rachel, by the way? I'm guessing we did, but if we didn't, can we get one? Otherwise, can we get another one in chat? Because anyone from my side, if you're not following Rachel yet, literally, what are you doing? One of the most lovely, like, just most positive, kind people on the platform. So please, please, please go follow right now. Also Riri, it's in the Sims channel. Mike shared it in the Sims channel last week. So the direct link is actually in there. But for anyone who wants to hang out here, I actually have a small raid video. It's like a 1-minute introduction to me and my streams and my community. Which I would love to share with you guys. And then after that, I'm gonna show you what we've been building in The Sims. But I'll be back on the other end of the video. Hi, welcome in. My name is Rosanna, or Ro. I'm a chatterbox, so I have a lot of text. See what I did there? I'm from the Netherlands. I have ADHD. This stream is partially ran by my 2 cats named Toot and Soos. Like the rattan plates on the wall. Did you just sneeze right into the microphone, Toot? I mainly play The Sims 4 with a sprinkle of variety, and I host co-working/study with me streams about 2 to 4 times a week on this channel. Sorry, I just got distracted. Grim is doing yoga. Like, there are too many Sims that are dying here that Grim is like, nah, you know what? Self-care girly, I'm just gonna do some yoga. I very often say or do dumb things that get caught on camera. Oh, look, an Enderman. I don't like you.
It was at this moment that she knew. She fucked up.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die. She is doing the partner pussy. Pussy. I didn't mean to say partner pussy. I want the big melon. That's what she said. Oh, I didn't mean to make it bigger. Oopsie. I love using my platform to raise money for charity. That leads me to doing things that I have absolutely never regretted afterwards. Lemon. Yummy. I'm a lemon.
Oh, no.
I am a big plant mom, so much so that the community is named Jungle of Planties, and you are more than welcome to hang out with us. But don't forget to stretch and take a sip because self-care is very, very sexy. That was the raid video. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Thank you so much again for the raid. I appreciate it. It means we get a new one in a week, right? I don't know. I'm working on it. It's not done yet, so I don't know when I will be able to share it with you guys. You really love Amsterdam? Let's go. Nice. Actually, Amsterdam's pretty nice. Although, it's not my favorite city. But, I mean, I live in a rival city of Amsterdam, so I can't love it too much, you know? But let me show you guys what we've been building. I will quickly close my tool so that I can, hello? There we go. So I'm building a huge mansion for my Twitch mods. Every single one of my Twitch mods will actually get a room in this house. And the room will be personalized for them. So they all filled in like a little questionnaire with like their favorite colors, whether they are like a person that likes clutter. Best room is yours. Yeah, Tub Tub is actually together with Sweetie. I have 2 mods that are a little bit cheeky and they didn't fill in the questionnaire. They were like, haha, you have to build the room based on what you know about us. So I've been making rooms for all of my mods, and this is a huge mansion. which doesn't only hold a lot of bedrooms, it also has a lot of shared space. So, for instance, they have a shared movie theater, there's a library, there's a huge game room, there's a second kitchen, there's a big dance studio for silent discos, there's a shared living room, there is another shared living room. And I have just been chipping away at this build, trying to get everyone's rooms done one by one. I already finished 3 rooms for 3 of my mods. So in the on the ground floor, we have Tub's room. And then on the first floor, we have Micah's room over here, like the Japanese inspired room. And then on the upstairs floor or the floor above, we have Lina's room, which is like a very boho and colorful room. And I just started working on the room for my mod Hollow. And Hollow's room is actually one of the smaller, maybe the smallest room in the house. So I have to pack a lot of personality in a small space, which is what I'm currently working on. And as you guys came in, I was working on making her desk setup. Yes, we have been working on this for 14 streams. That is partially because I really like to go into detail and like really try to get it perfect with every single room that we've been doing. And this is also a 64 by 64 lot. So just in general, this is just a really big build project. But I'm very excited about it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I think it's a great way for both myself and chat to get to know the mods better. So I think so far everyone's really liking it. Um, and whoa, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to make it smaller, not bigger. Hold on. I'm trying to get it like approximately the same size as that one. And I might try to, oh, of course that doesn't work. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna have to get a little bit creative here. Because I want to try to actually custom place it. Which might work if we use something like this. And then I get something like this. And then I'm going to use that to scale this to like 0.2. Oh, then it actually starts to go onto the floor. So I might have to put something there to kind of hide that. Oh, wait, I just deleted the wrong PC. There we go. I want to keep the headphones. Does that fit? Oh, that barely fits, but it kind of works. And then I actually need this screen to place it on all of the slots on this desk so that we don't have any slots left. I think it might be floating right now, but oh, this is actually more difficult than I anticipated. Because I can't really see what I'm doing. Okay, this is good, but it just like a little bit forward. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. I like that it's now sort of like the same monitor. Hi, Lore. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Part 14. Yeah, yeah. We're just chipping away at it. I think I was just about to say I accidentally rotated the room. This happens to me all the time. Are there ultra wides in Sims? Actually, there's one. Um, there is one setup that has an ultra wide in it, and it. Oh, actually, maybe two. Although this is CC, so that doesn't really count. But there's one that came with high school living, high school years, and that's it. Um, okay, I'm gonna have to figure out what to put there to kind of hide it. I might just put like a little poof, um, which can also serve as like a little place to put your feet under the desk. Just kind of go like this. I'll make it sage green, and then we need to get a desk chair. I actually, again, I have seen the pictures of Hollow's desk, but I don't remember the exact desk chair, so I'm gonna try to find it again. From Hollow, wait. in pictures and videos. I should have saved the picture the other day, actually. Um, it's valid, but I really respect the dedication. I'm just having so much fun. It's just great. It's just so fun to be able to create something so realistic. Oh, wait. I now realize why I cannot remember what desk chair there is because there's no desk chair in the picture. That explains a lot. Um, I don't think I have a picture where there is a chair, though. A Herman Miller mirror. Oh, wait, let me see what that looks like. Because I feel like a desk chair, like having a gaming chair or like having an office chair. Oh, okay, I see. That's a pretty chair. That must be comfortable. Is it good? I think you're the first person that like I can actively ask with a Herman Miller chair if you like it. But it's kind of like a mesh chair. I would assume based on the rest of your setup. I actually don't know if it's white. I was gonna say I would assume it's white, but then I realized that that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. I don't know. I would say I don't know if we have a chair that is like it's amazing. Okay. That's not really the chair. I feel like the vibe sort of match. Like it's better than this. That's too much like gaming chair feel, I think. You got it for free? Boyfriend has the air on. Wait, which one is that? Now I'm curious. I think that's maybe the yeah, that's the one I've seen before. Actually, if you get it refurbished, it's not even that expensive. I would have expected it to be a lot more expensive, but it's actually not too bad. Mm, I kind of want to use the headphone stand that came with the clutter kit. Um, Instead of having the headphones laying on the computer. Let's see. Where is the clutter kit? Everyday clutter. That one. And then I can place it over there. That's actually the upside of having this ledge here. The build looks so good. Thank you so much, Carl. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. An office was clearing everything and I knew someone who snagged it for me. That is so incredibly lucky. I love that for you. Yes, enjoy your walk with your dogs. That sounds lovely. Enjoy, enjoy. Um, okay, I want to see because the pack that I just downloaded actually comes with a bunch of other things. And I'm very curious to see if there's anything that I can use for this build. Because it comes like with this pegboard. I don't again, I need to see more. I need to go back to the pictures to kind of see like because you said that you generally like to put clutter behind doors. So I wouldn't necessarily expect you to have like a lot. I can't see. Dang it. Um, a ton of content creators do. Once you recognize it, you'll see. That's the thing. I've actually seen it everywhere. um, I just never have been able to ask someone if they like it. If they like their Herman Miller. Hi, Ellie. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I know that Kayla did like a sponsorship with them, so I'm assuming that she likes it. Like you probably wouldn't do that if you don't like it, but okay. Not to use like everything from this pack, but it is absolutely beautiful. So now I am a little bit tempted to use everything from this pack. Um hmm. Oh, that's cute. A little note. Um you still need to get an extra cushion. That's fair. That is fair. It's good that that is like an option that you can do at least. Do we have a linky? This is not Cozy Gamer. No, no, it's linked in the Discord. In the Sims channel, Mike actually linked it. Ooh, I could also do that instead of how that might actually be nice. Mm. I feel like I'm not gonna use everything because still you said that you don't like clutter, so I'm not gonna just add like a bunch of clutter in here if that doesn't make sense. But having like a little bit up here I think is actually really nice. Thank you, Hollow, for putting in the Discord in chat. Wait, this one also comes with records? I love how I never had any record CC and somehow I now have a lot of record CC in my game. That record is perfect for this room with the cat like this. Oh, I really like this. That's cute. I do think you also said with art, like a natural touch. I think that works over like that. And then I do like the idea of maybe having I feel like this isn't you. I put the scented sticks and then I was like, I don't know. I feel like that doesn't feel like you. I can't put my finger on why. There's like no real explanation. It's just a feeling. Thank you for putting the VODs in chat. For anyone, if you want to watch back any of the streams we've done so far on this house, I actually re-upload all of my streams onto a YouTube channel. And we are getting really close to 1K subscribers on there. And if we get to 1K subscribers, I will actually be able to monetize that YouTube channel. So if you want to help me out, this might be a time for you to do so. Maybe I should add that one on the middle shelf, actually. And then just kind of leave it at this. I feel like it's actually nice that there's not too much clutter there. It's nice that you can put more if you want to, but I do think there's one very important thing that we need to get. I'm sure there's at least one mod who has watched their room being decorated 5 times. I don't know. Maybe. I know that I have a mushroom light. And I know that in my game, and I know you have one IRL. Um, and I think it came with the same CC pack as this one from Arnie. I just need to find it. I know I've already seen it multiple times scrolling through the game. Wait, I have not actually seen that light. That's a pretty light. There we go. I feel like that's different to your mushroom light, though. Hold on. I know I have more. Is it just tagged? It is tagged as mushroom. I'll just search for mushroom and then see if I can find the other one more easily because sometimes I know I have it. That one. There we go. This is similar to what you have. Although I feel like yours is a bit bigger, so I'll just size it. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I really like that. And then you have one of those like little roll carts that I know I have in my game as well, which would be perfect for like having some clutter in it. This is literally what you have. You actually have your mushroom light on it though. Yours is also white, but this is fun. Should I just put the mushroom light on here? Maybe I should. Hi, Dickie. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. This is really nice. I'm very happy about this. And then let's actually get some clutter in here. That's what I'm saying, Hollow. I can see that on the picture here with the bamboo at the top. No. Hollow didn't send me pictures. She once posted a picture of her setup in the Discord. And I'm absolutely abusing that one single picture to try and create a really realistic setup. I'm dedicated, you know. I'll use everything that I can get my hands on to make sure that this setup feels realistic. Um Okay, I'll just put like a nice cup here and then I might put your phone and that over there. And then I think maybe I could have like this one over here. And then let's see. Cuz it seems like you just have like a bunch of work clutter in here. So I'll just put stuff like this in there. Let's see what else. Little booklet. And then maybe I should actually get rid of the everyday clutter and then just go into the clutter category. And the picture frame with the TC batch, if I might add. What do you mean, Esther? I have the Narwhals song stuck in my head. That's kind of funny. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. Uh, from her setup, I still don't understand. Oh, that is true, Esther. Oh my goodness. Yes, I forgot about that. Good shout. Oh, we should absolutely add that as well. Um, if I have something. If I have something that, like, resembles that enough. We can check if I have I can, like, look for picture frames or something. Um Oh, that's a newspaper. That feels like not something exactly I was looking for. Aw, just some cute picture memories. That's nice. I didn't realize I had that in game. Ooh, some controllers. Yes, that's perfect. That can go in there for, like, when you're gaming. Um, and I think this one is now orange, but I'm kinda tempted to, like, give it a different maybe just, like, a warmer color. Just, like, a warm yellow. It looks like you have yours on blue. But that looks weird with the swatch of this thing, so I might just put it as or I don't know, maybe orange actually looks no, orange looks the best. It gives the coziest light. Let's see if I search for frame. You have a hue bulb in it? That's actually really smart. Considering your mushroom that sounds weird. Considering your mushroom is just white. That sounds really strange to say. Uh, hold on. I might get this for now, although that's not really what I want, but it might be one of the closer things. Although I'm pretty sure I actually have one of those, like, glass frames in my game. Mm. Things to never say no, exactly, Abu, that's what I mean. I said it, and I was like, that's a weird thing to say." But, like, it is what it is. You know? Like, I can't change anything about it. I figured I had a glass frame like that, but maybe this is not the way that I'm gonna find it. Mm. 'Cause that one doesn't come with any swatches. Okay, I'll just keep that one to the side, but I don't think I'm gonna keep that. Um, maybe I should search for picture. Also, Jennifer, thank you so much for cheering me on and welcome in. It's good to see you. Uh, that's a nice picture frame, but again, doesn't really do what I want, or like it's not really what I'm looking for. I thought there was something in the base game. Maybe I'll give you some holiday pictures on your desk that that or like holiday cards and stuff that you're still looking through. Like just like the tiniest bit of clutter. Like something that you're still working on to make your room still feel cozy and alive. Also, hi Kate, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. What if I search for glass? That is obviously a really broad search term, so that might go horrendously wrong, but maybe I'll find what I'm looking for. This is actually what I was looking for. So it worked. It doesn't exactly hold what I was anticipating. Also, that is terrible with lighting, but I was looking for this specific item. It just doesn't hold a TwitchCon badge, but obviously I don't have TwitchCon badges in the game, so maybe I'm just gonna have to wing it like this. And then I'll put it over here. The lighting here is not good for this item, though. That's unfortunate. Hi, Nymphleora. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Okay, let's actually quickly turn away from the setup and see what I can do for the nightstands. Also, in about 1 minute or 50 seconds, actually, we have our round of ads, which means that I am going to take a quick break. If you're hanging out here, please make sure that you're also taking a quick break, or that you're taking a small break away from the screen. And then I am quickly gonna try and get the answers from Hollow up again so that I can look for things. Drinking water like crazy. Do you have like any electrolytes? That might help with just speeding up the process of rehydration. Um but yeah, I'm gonna go take a quick break because the ads are about to start in 5 seconds. Please also enjoy your breaky break, and I'll talk to you guys in 5 minutes, okay? I am back, chat. I am back. How was that break? I hope you guys had a good break. Okay, I'm back with Hollow's answers. Um, Olive green. I feel like that's a color that I haven't used at all. I also think that the outdoor hobbies need to be represented more, and I actually had a thought for this. Um, I might have to go into debug. Um, I'm eating chicken. What kind of chicken? Like anything specific? Uh, do you guys know if with the new pack you can only put your bike parts on the wall, or can you also put a finished bike on the wall? I thought that you could maybe also put a finished bike on the wall, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh my god, Abu, that sounds so good. Oh, okay, only the bike parts. Okay, then we're gonna have to get a bit creative. We're just gonna. This is CC. Yes, it is the Gemini nightstand. Where would the wheel go? Somewhere over here? Oh, there are bikes in the game. They just cannot go on the wall. Yes, these bike parts are in debug from the new pack. You can actually fish them up in the canals. And then it's a collection that you can complete in-game. It comes with, like, different colors. I get paid on Wednesday, and I already decided I'm going to the Lego store to buy 2 sets of the Creator 3-in-1. Wait, what? What do you mean Creator 3-in-1? Tell me more. Why does that sound Dutch? Fishing bikes out of the canal, I think it was inspired by the Netherlands, yeah. The tall dresser. Oh, yeah, that's also CC. That is the PAX wardrobe system from Felixandra and Hey Harry. I can technically tool mod a bike to the wall, but I think what will happen, the reason I haven't been doing this is I think what will happen is that the steer will actually stick through the wall. I can try it though. It is an interesting concept. Yeah. I can technically. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, that's the right axis. And then like 10. Do like this. I don't know why it keeps jumping around like this. I think something's wrong with the bike. Do you see what's happening? Um. What? This is what is happening? It feels a bit haunted, yeah. it keeps... It's not... The... This is not... No, I don't think that's gonna work. Isn't there a bike? Yeah, the thing is I just wanted a real bike that it was like, it looks like it's hanging from the wall. A lot of people that have small apartments do that. They hang their bike on the wall. As like storage. Can make 3D... Oh, wait, I've actually seen those, Esther. I didn't realize that's what it was. I actually saw one at Kruidvat the other day. Of all places. Um... Okay, so then maybe I won't actually do this. I could do that, but the other side is a bathroom, and I don't want to compromise the bathroom already by not being able to move things around because I have to cover something up. Kruidvat, steeds verrassend, altijd voordelig. Now that's stuck in my brain. Okay, so then I'm just gonna... It's okay. It's okay. I can get creative with one of the... I actually know we have a mountain decal. So then I'm just gonna represent hiking on the wall. I just have to remember which decal it is. I think it was one that came with werewolves. Yeah. So we have the mountains. The thing is with the Hema one, I think I could technically whistle it if I hear it first, then I can recreate it. Hiking shoes. Ooh, that's a good one. Why does it snap to that spot on this? And then... What is the same freaking thing? Fine, I'll just put it in the middle. And I'll just put the book up here. There we go. Let me look for some shoes. Let's see if I have some hiking shoes. Hi, Bud. Welcome in. And Love Ghosted. Welcome in as well. It's good to see both of you. What kind of shoes would be hiking shoes? Like, I know actual hiking shoes, but I don't think I have those in the game. Maybe that's, like, the closest, like, a pair, like, boots. I also have these, which I guess could also work. Maybe I'll just place all of them, and I'll just put them in the wardrobe over here. I think that's nice. That wallpaper? You mean this one? The one with the all the leaves and stuff on it? The trainers in the box? Yeah, but those are just sneakers. You don't hike on sneakers. From behind the bed? It's actually a wall decal. So, like, I place it on the wall separately. No, I think the shoes that I have right now make sense. I like them. I think we need a mirror still. I don't have a mirror right now. There's more things that I don't have, by the way. I'm not done by all means, but I just feel like I keep, like, remembering certain things. Ooh, that's nice. That could be a fun way to, like, create some extra... Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Because the thing is, I don't think that fits over here. Like, that just creates a really weird corner. I wish I had it in where it was, like, the other way around. But that could be fun over here. I like it. Mm. Okay, let's see. So I have that mirror. Then let me just quickly read. Green is my favorite color, especially sage green. For interiors, I like warm colors, warm light neutrals, beige, sand, and earth tones like terracotta, orange, red, mustard yellow, and olive green. Hates gray. Well, I think we got that covered, so that's good. Um, Hobbies are reading. Okay, reading we definitely got covered because there's a lot of books. For the yoga, I wanted to add a yoga mat on the balcony. Hold on. Let me do that straight away now that I actually remember. Um, I think the yoga mats are in here. Yeah. A nice yoga mat for on the balcony so that you can wake up to the sunset over the city and do some nice yoga. I will decorate more, but I feel like that was an important touch. Then kayaking, I don't really know how to represent that in this room, to be honest. We don't have a boat. Cycling, I wish we could still do like a bike part on the wall. I think that might just be fun decoration still. Um, I need to get the stuff from the new pack again. And then I need to get the debug and things. Content, debug, and live edit. Hi, Pato. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. You see a bit of gray in there. There's a little bit of gray in the mural. Yeah, the mountains are gray. That's the downside. They are gray. But mountains are just gray. Like, the only thing I could do is I could change it to um the trees. Then it would have the green. You're okay-ish. Well, that's some days that's good enough. Um, but it's good to see you. Maybe we can go for this actually. Maybe I like that more than the mounts, and then also make it a bit smaller. Like, I like the nature of it, and it adds more green. Actually, that's maybe nice. Mm, I wanted to get the dark green bike part. And a wheel. There we go. There's just some art in the room. And then it says cycling. Also love live music. Which again is something like as a person who loves live music myself, I find it hard to figure out how that would be represented in this room. Like for Tub Tub, I added like a CD player and stuff, but I feel like having LPs is not necessarily the same as enjoying live music. Hmm. Who's going to use the rowing machine then? True. True. Um Also, in the question of do you consider yourself neat or messy? The answer is messy. But then when it comes down to like all the clutter, you do like to put things away. So I actually think it is correct that there's like some things on your desk that you're still working on. Maybe a violin. I would only put a violin if someone actually plays violin. Doesn't make a lot of sense to give someone an instrument they don't play, right? Like that's unless Hollow, you secretly play violin. Um we can do maybe some records still. Like maybe like records that you bought at um I'm just gonna have to figure out where that clutter is. Um Hollow Messy, she filled it in herself. What can I say? Um I now have to figure out I can just copy the things from Micah's room. Hold on. Because I would like to use from this set. It's called Record Store. Um, I think I would have also said the opposite. I probably would have said neat. Ooh, thank you for the reminder to actually save. Hold on. Oh, I can just find that one? Okay. I wanted the rest of the car the thing. The ding. I wanted the rest of the ding. Not me just half talking Dutch there. A cork board with, like, cards from places and concerts. I think that would be a really good one, yeah. Well, this is from Samila. I'll just search for Samila. No. Hi, Pixelated Rainbows. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. There we go. Now I have everything. Mm, that's like a set list. We can have that hanging somewhere. That could be fun. Mm, and it comes in different swatches as well. Hold on. I can work with this for like live concerts because we can make it into like a little poster board. Handwritten signs that can be like tickets and stuff. Oh, I can make like a custom ticket board or something with this. Um I also figured that it might be nice to have like one of those Spotify music signs, kind of like your framed uh TwitchCon ticket. But then like something that is hanging on the wall. I'll give you a Tame Impala one. I don't know why, but I think you would like that one. Maybe you hate it. And then you're like, "Bro, what? What do you mean? Tame Impala? Ew." Um, the double saving icon also, you didn't see this, by the way. I tried to drink and I just no. Mess just accumulates around me whenever I go, but I also hate mess up. If that thing's no, I can see that. I can see that. This is honestly something that I resonate with more than I care to admit. This is why I'm chronically busy with cleaning. Oh, crap, that doesn't work because hmm. Does that work with no, that's still okay, that's unfortunate. Because I don't think you would have a lot of posters. Like, you would have it on a cork board, but I don't think you so then maybe we have to go for that default swatch of that one. And pretend it's like the tickets and stuff. I'm trying to figure out where I wanna hang it. I'm starting to wonder if I wanna switch walls around in terms of, like, print. Because I think this wall is great for hanging stuff. But I think therefore it makes it harder for the print. But then that print of this doesn't really work anymore. Maybe I'll switch it around actually. Um, and then I might just make those two darker and then just have maybe I'll make all I was working with 3 different colors, but maybe I like it more if it's dark. Like I feel like it gives the room a bit of contrast and it kind of needs that, I think. Um I don't know if I like this thing. Like I struggle a bit with figuring out where to place it. Maybe I'll get rid of it for now. I don't know. I don't like it that much. Um, and then you say that you have prints from illustrators, which I feel like kind of matches with what I've been trying to do here. But I can maybe add more prints. Um, let's see. But wait, the double saving icon. Oh, no, that's actually not supposed to be there. I didn't even see that up until now. But you're very correct that that's not supposed to be there. Um, ooh, hold on. Why do I feel like this thing actually feels... See, but the thing is, now I want to hang stuff here and it also doesn't work, but I also feel like having everything on one wall doesn't make sense either. The framed ferns are from Felixandra and Harry. I don't know which pack they come from. It doesn't state. Oh, the second screen. Thanks for telling me. Good shout, because I'll have to go back. When did that delete? Oh my goodness. I'll put deletion protection on. So that we can actually change the wallpapers. That's very silly. Thanks for telling me. Good shout, because now I could actually still go back. Sorry for the yawn. Yes, I want... Hello? There we go. Is it on? Yes, it is on. Okay, good. I think if I do the leaf one over here, you're not gonna see it. Like, obviously you're gonna see it, but you're not... Like, look, that looks awkward. Because it's only that top line that you'll see. At first I thought that too, and then I was like, oh, let's do it over here, but that would also, like, the wardrobe would cover most of it. And I feel like then that kind of disappears. Oh, we're having system errors. Oopsie. That's because I tried to control Z when I have the deletion protection on. Ugh. Yeah, I got the vision too. Yes, that's a bicycle. Okay, I can turn that off again now. I think I will get rid of that too. I think if we're gonna represent the messiness, it has to be things on the desk. Like, it has to be little clutter things and stuff. Like, just kind of things that are laying around from existing in a space. This household is Dutchian majority. Mick, Scott, me, Esther, Hollow. Abu. A bop. I'm gonna start calling him a bop from now on. So that's 6. Yeah. Some pretty mirror something above the bed so it's framed but plain. Could do that. I really like this mirror though. And I think maybe 2 mirrors in one room might be a bit intense, but I'll think about it. The thing is, I wasn't necessarily worried that there has to be something above the bed. Because it's fine if it's just the print. I was more worried about the fact that I have a lot of things that I would like to put up on the wall, and now everything has to go on this wall. I feel like that's the part that I was struggling a bit with, but maybe that's also just okay. Let me get some curtains in here. I wish I had a curtain rod for those two to connect, but I don't think I actually do. which frustrates me, so I might actually use that one from this to just hide it all across the board, to be honest. And make it look like it is actually, in fact, one rail. I like that. That looks good. Also, Baron, welcome in. And Finn, welcome in. It's good to see you. Hello, hello. And Lethal Jesus, welcome in as well. It's good to see you too. The only thing I do not like about this is that it's like we're working on Hollow's room right now. And then oh, that's annoying. Okay, well we'll tool it. No, not rotating it. Hi Ruby, welcome in. Okay, that hides it enough that that works for me. I like that. I like that. Nice room, but my room is nicer. You're just gonna love your own room forever, huh? I'm doing good, Ruby. I'm doing good. I hope you are doing good as well. I think maybe you talked about liking terracotta, which I feel like right now isn't represented that much yet. So I was thinking maybe we could do like a terracotta doormat. That's cute. This room is turning out so pretty. Thank you. I will definitely use another light. I think that might also help to just have a different ceiling light that gives a bit more ambiance to the room as well. Let's see, what do I have? That one is very pretty. Like, I really like this light. Okay, that might be a little bit too warm. Hold on. Let's go for that one. I think that light also matches with the vibes of the room. I might just place it, like, above the bed. Terracotta plant pot. That's actually a really good shout. Because I have some plants that actually have that. If I sort by orange, will it give me... Oh my god. Love this game. Fantastic. That's cute on that corner. I like it. Then I have these hanging plants, which I feel like would make sense in the corner over here. Yes, these bike parts are from the new pack. Okay, I wish that we're gonna use tool again because I wish that was like 1.3 or something. 1.4 is also okay. I like that. That's cute. Hi, Robin. Hello, hello. How is Germany? I hope it's well. Gotta get more CC for building. Yes, come to the dark side. Come to the CC side. We have cookies and nice CC. Still living that city life and loving it. Let's go. I'm happy to hear that. That's so nice. Secondhand. Ooh, that's very nice. That's a good deal, Thoughts. I love that for you. Maybe we can do a little plant stand with like different potted plants. That could be cute. Let's see. I would have to get one more. And then I think if I go to the, like, shelves and stuff. Hi, Sakina. Welcome in. Oh my goodness. Yes, it's St. Patrick's Day. I saw that. I saw that. Thank you for the stretchies. Oh. Sakina, what's up? That I'm in love with the new pack. We were literally just talking about it at the beginning of stream, how much I love this pack. I was playing with it on Saturday the entire day, and it is so good. I'm enjoying it so much. Hi, Book Bunny. Welcome in. It's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. Um, let's see. I know we have those plant stands actually. Mm, there is one for like 3 plants in the game. I feel like if I start scrolling too fast, I'll miss it. Yeah, I guess I missed it. I think it did it come with the plant pack? I actually don't know. I'm like trying to look very concentrated so I won't miss it. I think yeah, from Blooming Rooms. Exactly. That's the one that I mean. I found it. Okay, I'll just manually place that. Now I have to figure out where I'm going to put this. Um hold on. Because now I'm starting to think maybe we should almost like use this as a little bit of a separation, and it can go behind this. I'll have to see what that looks like to figure out if I like that. Ooh. Which floor is this? This is the floor where you enter, where Micah's room also is. So like basically the ground floor. But then if you go on the back, it's the first floor. Yes, of course. I hope you have some really good sleep, Yule. Thank you so much for hanging out. Oh, I like that. This kind of creates like a bit of a separation between these two parts of the room. And even though it's not a big room, it still splits it up. Because I first want to have all the items for the events that's going on. Yes, smart one. I think there's like only a couple of days left to play, right? But thank you so much for using my code. I appreciate it. For anyone who isn't aware, there is like a huge sale going on, like a big spring sale for The Sims. And if you want, there's actually like a good amount of packs that is uh on like a big sale, like more than 50% or like 50% sale. And you can actually, if you want, you can use my creator code, which is Rosannatxt, to support me if you want to, of course. I might actually want to have like a lower hanging light. Didn't mean to press that. Hold on. Because it's going to be above the bed. So I think that might be... Oh, that's cute. I like that. Don't you have earbuds anymore? Thank you for the hydrate, Huff. What do you mean earbuds? You mean like while I'm streaming? I haven't used earbuds for years. I sometimes wear headphones, mostly when I do co-working because it helps me focus. But on like gaming streams, I haven't used earbuds for like 2.5 years at this point. I always have my music just on my speakers. Mm. So the thing is, I find it hard to judge if you're a rug type of person. Because I know that you're a Dutchie, and I think generally speaking, Dutchies are not the biggest ruggers. I wanted to say that's a really weird row. What the heck? Um, like, we usually don't have a lot of rugs in our house. It's becoming more and more normal, but, um, mm, I think it might be nice to have a rug, but then well, it's not like we don't have any rugs. It's not, like, completely unheard of. It's just more one of those things where I feel like if I think a lot of duchies just have laminat, specifically click laminat. And I also only have 1 rug in my house, which is in my living room. I don't have a rug in my bedroom. I just have my normal floor. A lot of Dutch ho I wouldn't say a lot of Dutch homes have floor heating. I think a couple of newer Dutch homes have floor heating. But I've never lived in a house with floor heating, and I also don't know anyone with floor heating. Maybe y do you have floor heating? Did you tell me this? Now I'm starting to doubt if you're a person with floor heating, but I actually don't think I know anyone else. My parents will have floor heating in their new house. But it's like it's being newly built. Um, I'm sorry, but I'm judging. That's fair. That's valid. I have 1 rug. It's there so the dog makes less noise on the click laminate. Yeah, exactly. We had it at my home and all my friends did too. I'm the exact opposite. Especially growing up, no one had it. I feel like if I know people, it's like people now that have a new house. I mean wired earbuds. Oh, sometimes I have them when I'm editing on stream. Like on co-working streams, I sometimes have wired earbuds, yeah. But the only reason I use them is because if I am editing over my speakers, there's a very, very minor delay in sound between my edit and my sound and like my voice over my speakers. That's just a Bluetooth issue. But that delay is minor enough for me to notice. So I edit with wired earbuds just so that I can actually, skip the delay. Um, so you might have seen me on co-working streams with earbuds, but I never wear them on gaming streams. Um, is this how you are telling us you are rich? That's funny comment. Ooh, actually that rug is really nice. It also has the perfect size. Oh, that's actually really cute. But then the question is, do I like this one more or maybe I like the orangey one more? Okay, and then I feel like I keep getting distracted, but I was going to do some more clutter. Ro is rich. Just also lives in Rotterdam, so top richness. I hate to break your bubble, but I'm not rich. I think you literally watched my video on my finances, Thomas. You should know by now that I'm not rich. Hi, Sarah. It's good to see you. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Yet. Maybe one day. Don't expect it. Being a creator is not necessarily a path to rich. If I wanted to become rich, I should have continued being a project manager and I should have worked for like a really big corporation. Then I could have potentially gotten rich. Doing good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm also doing good. Thank you so much for asking. I'm having a great time with this building. Um, it's so fun. Also, hi Nana Doka, welcome in. It's good to see you. I'll just have these these holiday pictures kind of on your desk with the holiday cards. It's like you're still sorting out things from your travels. Ooh, thank you for the save reminder. That's a good shout. Um, don't call me out for nicely commenting. Thank you so much for commenting though. I appreciate it. I don't remember the part of the video that says how much Scott. I can tell you he's not rich either. If we were rich, we would have bought a house by now. Like, that would have been the smart thing to do, but there's no way that we can afford a house. Um, it was fancy. They just gave us money off rent because we signed contracts to move in 3. Nice. Honestly, I would love floor heating. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like something that I would absolutely enjoy. Um, it's unfortunate that that doesn't fit on the shelf because that would be fun. I know, Esther. Thank you so much for that. I always love to see the hearts in the comments. Like literally, I remember when I started creating content, I saw this sheet masks. That's really cute. Hold on. I saw this comment from or like this thing that a creator said about how you will realize like the people that always comment on your YouTube videos, like those are the real ones. Like those are the people that just make your day. And I remember thinking, "Oh, I'm curious, you know, if I'll ever get to that point where people will just always comment on my videos." And now that I'm there, I'm like, "I'm so honored." Are house loans hard to get in the Netherlands? Yes-ish. Um, I mean, to be honest, I don't really know because I've never tried because I know that I wouldn't get one. So the thing is, if you have your own company, you have to have made a certain amount of profit for 3 years consecutively before your income is even considered, to count for something like a house loan. So me having my own company and not having a corporate job with a fixed contract basically means that I'm already screwed. Like that means that if we want to get a loan, only Scott's income would count. Then any loan that you have prior to getting a house loan counts for the bank's assessment whether you are eligible for a loan. Meaning that if you, like very simply put, if you have a student loan or student debt, you're already less likely to actually receive a loan for a house. They say that theoretically that loan is not supposed to count towards your house loan, like your potential house loan. They say but it doesn't count, but in the end, it does count. Like a bank will still be hesitant to give it to you. I'm trying to just place it in the middle of that thing, and it's just not working. I'm giving up on this clutter item. It's annoying me too much. Yeah, that is true. They have reverted that statement and it now officially counts. But for a really long time, they were saying it doesn't count, which basically means that a lot of people, specifically in the time that I was studying, took out pretty big student loans because it was told that it wouldn't count towards their ability to loan for a house. And, well, unfortunately, now it does. So, actually, it always did, but they were just misinformed. Also, the bank is relatively reluctant in giving out loans if you don't have a fixed contract in general. So even if you have a job, but if you don't have a fixed contract, um, they will only count your income if you've worked there for a set amount of years. Otherwise, they'll do like some sort of benchmark about how much you could be earning, and it's usually lower than you're actually earning. So, like, I would say that generally speaking, um, I don't know. It's not I don't the thing is I can't compare it to any other country. So I cannot really be like, "Oh, it is very easy or very difficult," because I don't know what is easy or difficult, if that makes any sense. Um, yeah, that's the thing. If you have student loans and you want to buy a house, you pay off your student loans first. So this is like something that Scott and I have been focused on mostly um for like the past few years, is just trying to pay that off as quickly as we can. I didn't have a very high student loan, luckily, but Scott had a bit of a higher student loan, so we basically just worked on paying that off as quickly as we could. Yeah, it's the thing is it's not comparable to US loans, I think. Like I don't precisely know how it relates. I do know that some people in the Netherlands have pretty insane loans as well though. Um that many people can pay them off. I would say so, yeah. Um, house bought from family at low rates time, but even with that, finances are rough. Partner no job due to mental health, getting better though. Yeah, I feel like if you look at societies these days, it is really difficult to live off of one income. Um, so like if you're a two-person household, you'll still have a two-person expense like amount of expenses, but if one of you guys cannot work, like I also noticed this with me and Scott. We talked about it like what if I get too sick to work or like what if we have kids and one of us would like to stop working or work less? It's just basically impossible because everything in the world needs two people. Like even our rent, it would be impossible to pay off of one income. Unless either of us like miraculously starts to make a lot more. Um, mm. So the thing is, we need blankets. That's something that we don't have right now. I think I would like a cozy chair somewhere, like, or at least something to sit in to do some nice reading because right now we only have the bed and I don't think that works. So there's a couple of things that I still want to add to this room, which is a basket of blankets, a cozy chair to read in. Um, then something for the rabbits. I feel like the fact that there's no rabbits right now is doesn't make any sense. Also, the only thing that I'm worried about with this rug, and I think Hollow, I need your opinion on this. Because I feel like I can't decide. Is this too stripy? There isn't any help for people who are too disabled. Well, on paper there is, but there's a lot of reasons why you wouldn't be able to get it. So, for instance, if I couldn't work, not too stripy, okay, amazing. If I couldn't work, I wouldn't be eligible for that because Scott earns too much, even though he doesn't earn enough to sustain both of us, let alone if we had kids. But because he earns enough, quote unquote, we wouldn't get anything. We actually looked into this as part of me going full time. Because obviously with me going full time, there is a risk that, if I end up not being able to work, like we looked into what our options are and what our benefits are. Um, yeah, exactly. And if you get it, like even if you get approved, you get minimum wage for that. Which, well, if good luck paying anything with minimum wage right now. Like that I mean it helps, of course. It's more than nothing. So it's not like, it's not like a bad thing, but it's not enough to live off. Are really low and easy to pay off in Germany. They're max 10K. House prices and rent are more of an issue than actual student loans because education, uni included, is free in Germany. Our only fees for uni are low. Most students, 78%, still live on their poverty line. Yeah, that's wild. Stuff like this always makes me so, like, it just wild. Wild. Minimum. I didn't even read it and click that it was wrong, Thomas. That was so funny. Um, I might act because you also say that you love Roton or Raton, which means that this chair might actually be really nice. And I think there is a swatch. I thought there was a yeah, there are different swatches. Hold on. There is a swatch with like this pillow. And then maybe I can add this over here because technically you can drive that around anyways. And that immediately gives you like a nice reading light. Um I think if you were to play in this build, your Sims probably wouldn't be able to walk in between this, but considering we're not going to play here anyways, I don't think that's too bad. Um, I feel like a lot of things are still based on price. Yes, 100%. Um, this is something that I find so wildly interesting. Like I saw a TikTok the other day, which talked about the perception of purchasing. And how, like, a lot of people from the older generation will tell younger generation that if we had just not bought at X, Y, and Z, if we had just not eaten that avocado toast every week, we would have been able to buy a house. And this person was like, well, it makes sense if you look back at what their frame of reference is. Like, for a lot of people that say that, if you go back to the time where they were like in a position to save money or buy a house and stuff like that, they would be able to buy like for the price or like the down payment of a house was worth maybe 5 to 10 maximum, 5 to 10 TVs. Like that's obviously a ridiculous number, but like 5 to 10 TVs. Because the TVs were very expensive and the down payments for houses were relatively low. So for them, not doing 10 luxury purchases or like, fancy decisions, like not doing 5 to 10 of those things would allow them to buy a house. So it was like a sacrifice that was realistic to make. Whereas if you look at things now, relatively speaking, TVs got cheaper and down payments on houses got a lot more expensive. So this guy, like for funsies, calculated that we would have to not buy about 45 to like 55 TVs, I believe, which doesn't mean that you should go buying 45 TVs or anything and just, throw your money out of the window. But the concept of the sacrifice I have to make is relative to the down payment that I have to do doesn't exist anymore. Because in no way, shape, or form in any lifetime are any of us going to buy 55 TVs anyways. So it's kind of like that decision of how much am I going to leave or not do so that I can do a down payment of my house. And that for a lot of people, that sacrifice basically means living off of minimum for like 10 years plus and still not being able to afford a house. And then a lot of young people are saying, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sacrifice 10 to 15 years of my life not investing in my quality of life, living on the bare minimum just so that I can buy a house, which is then a huge financial liability, which I actually cannot cover for because I don't earn enough. Like, I might as well just pay rent then and enjoy my life and, like, travel and, do things, buy things, and just experience and live my life rather than chasing a dream that doesn't feel worth that sacrifice. And this guy explained it so well, and I was like, this is such an interesting way of explaining it because I'd never realized that sort of perspective shift. That for us, it's super normal that that sacrifice doesn't feel worth it. But like, for instance, for my parents, it doesn't make any sense that I do that. We are the first generation that is worse off financially than their parents. I believe 3 or 4 generations were always yeah. Yeah, we've taken a good step back or well, good like obviously it's not a good step, but like a big step, that's what I'm trying to say. And it sucks. Um, no, but obviously, Faye, I'm not saying it's just TVs. I'm saying that like like a vacation is also worth the amount of a TV. So it's like I'm not saying that you should be buying 45 TVs in 10 to 5 years. I'm saying that for people in the past, they would sacrifice for like maybe 2, 3, 4 years, they'd be like, okay, we're gonna like, not go on holiday. We're not gonna buy any new appliances. We're not gonna buy a TV. Like, we're gonna sacrifice quality of life for a short while. And that will allow us to do an investment for the long time. Whereas right now, if you want to do that down payment on a house, it's not going to cost you 2 to 4 years of sacrificing quality of life. It's going to cost you 10 to 15 years of quality of life because the down payment got a lot higher and the TVs and the quality of life things actually got cheaper. So they are also more accessible. So I'm not saying that you should buy 45 TVs in 10 to 15 years, but it's more like that has become more like a commodity. Whereas buying houses, which should be something that is accessible to everyone, has gotten more and more difficult. They don't understand no matter what we do, we are not. No, exactly. Like, it doesn't even matter. Even if you, like, I see these jokes all the time about how, if you look at, like the housing market, there's like these memes of I should have started saving when I wasn't even born. Like, that is genuinely what it feels like sometimes. Um I feel like sometimes there's a little anti-capitalist rant is my vibe check for streams. It's a good way to know where someone stands, I feel like. And I think a lot of young people actually are experiencing like this struggle, so it's also good to talk about it. Um, because like if you're someone who is experiencing this struggle, you're definitely not alone in it, and it just really freaking sucks. Back 10 years ago, I lived by myself with minimum wage. Now it's impossible. Like 1,000% impossible. It's wild. It is wild how quickly things escalated, if you think about it. Okay, I'm gonna try to figure out the best pillow combination color-wise. It might actually be that one. Thank you for hanging out, Lena. I appreciate it. Are expensive, but luxuries, clothing, holiday, abroad, electronics are cheap, or at least cheaper in relation to it. Yeah. But buying a house was never easy in the Netherlands. Anyone saying it is looking at the past with rose-colored glasses. No, that is absolutely true. I'm not saying it was ever easy, but I'm saying it was a possibility. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Like my parents literally always were like aiming for it. They were always like, yeah, it's a reality for us. Like it's an option for us to eventually buy a house. Like yes, we need to save and it will take some time. But for me, I'm like, I'm slowly to just fully give up on the idea of ever owning a house. Um, with no perspective, would you? Yeah, exactly. Like, I was never easy, but I also don't think it was as hopeless in a way. I actually don't want to use this basket. We have another basket with blankets in it, though. But this is literally called Basket of Cozies. How am I supposed to find the other one? Um, because I think it's a round one, which might actually fit this room a little bit better. I'm actually not sure if it's CC. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Wait, I have so many more cute baskets. I didn't even realize that. Oh, that one is also very nice. Oh, actually, this might be a good one. You know, making sure that you have a place to put your laundry. There we go. I'll put it next to the door so it's easy if you want to take it out to put it in the washer. Um Many young people are buying houses. I think some of them have generational wealth. And also something that I see, if I look like at my direct environment of people that are buying houses, um, there's a couple of situations. One is inheritance. Being a grandparent or a parent passed relatively young, meaning that they got money earlier on in life. And I don't necessarily see that as generational wealth because it doesn't necessarily mean that their parents or their grandparents were rich. It just means that they get like an influx of money which they can use for a down payment. Um that is like the one part that I see. The other part is people that have benefits from like being an expat, for instance, in the Netherlands means that you don't have to pay taxes for a while. Like your first 2.5 years, I believe, or 3 years of living here, you don't pay taxes as an expat. Which means that if you have a well-paying job, you might actually be able to save up a lot of money. Um, so that's a situation that I know of. Then there is still the generational wealth scenario. Like I have people where they were like, yeah, my parents were able to buy a house for me that I could then pay off to my parents, or my parents were able to do a down payment for me, or my grandparents had like the Jubelton, which is a infamous concept in the Netherlands. Like my parents don't have that. Like, they love me, but they cannot just give me 100K, you know? Um, I'm not complaining either. I'm very comfortable where I live right now. It's just, like, the prospect sometimes. Like, I know this is it for a while, which I think I've always been relatively okay with, but it's definitely a shift if you were raised with the perspective of, "I'm going to be buying a house eventually." Um, Hold on. I think this blanket is cozier. It looks cozier than the other one. And I think it fits a bit better over there. There was something. Mm, the rabbits. I wanted to have stuff for the rabbits in here still. And I think that's going to be the most challenging part of this whole build is where am I going to place that? Maybe on the balcony. Like, this is a warm world. The rabbits could be outside. We don't even have, like, I would probably use a hamster cage, even though I know that is not how rabbits live. I think it might be the closest I can get. Because I don't think we have anything else. Well, the thing is, like, if you have wait. I have an idea. Hold on. I just had an idea. Because we do have rabbits. They come with cottage living. What if we cook something up that is better than what I just said about having a hamster cage? What colors do your rabbits have, Hollow? I remember that you once showed me a picture, but I don't remember. We want to be closer to family. Yeah, that's such a fair reason. That is such a fair reason. Of rental cost. I also don't want a house, to be honest, though. I'm too much of a traveler, I think. That's fair. That's fair. Went in as help with loans, so I pay off the yeah, you can pay them off. That's very nice, though. It's very nice that your parents were able to help out. One light brown, one light gray with white. Okay, so is it more like orangey brown or more like that type of light brown? Light gray with white. Feel like that one might actually more orangey. Okay. Rabbits are fine. Oh, really? They're fine in the cold. Well, then we can have them outside. I'll just give your rabbits like a nice little outside space. Um that's unfortunate. I hate how that ends up with the door, but I guess it is what it is. Um Oh, that door is just very unfortunately placed. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Because then I feel like it's going to have to go here, which is horrendous with the window. But maybe it is what it is. Aren't, by the way, bunnies and rabbits are different, right? They're different animals. I'm now starting to doubt myself. I think I could move the door over, though. No, they're the same. No, it floats a little bit. I noticed that, too. Okay, I'm just gonna be moving this around slightly. Hello? Why do you glitch? I think it still works on the inside, like it's still fine. It actually gives us a bit more space to work with here in the back, which I think is not a bad thing at all. Bunny and rabbit is conine. Why do we have two what? Sorry. Excuse me. Why is there 2 English words for the same thing? Did I spot a missing wallpaper? I don't think so. We have cat and pussy, yeah, but that's gendered. So that's a different thing. You are the Asha. Nice. But I'm so confused now. Well, not like negatively confused, but just like also, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna delete your message. We have an English only chat. That's because both me and my moderators, our common language is English, and if it's any other language, we don't know what you're saying, and we can't decide whether you're being nice or not. I'm assuming that you were nice, so welcome in. I hope you're doing amazing today. But please keep the chat in English. Starts rifling through the Rolodex of biology names in his head to find a Dutch example. I'm very curious if you can find one now. Um, we can have like a small one of this for some food, and then like a small one of this for some. Does that glitch out? I actually don't know if that works or if that glitches if it fills with water, but it looks nice. Yeah, but cat and kitty is again English. So I think we have to blame the English language here for being weird. Ugh, it's a big. I mean, I don't know what they would be doing with this. Maybe they play around with it, but it's fun. I also realized I should get you a gate because otherwise, how are you going to get to your bunnies? English is ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to just wholeheartedly agree with that. English is ridiculous. It's fun though. It's entertaining. Um okay, what do bunnies need? They use litter boxes? Really? I was gonna add some hay, but now that you said litter boxes, I mean, I'm still gonna add some hay, but that's really funny. They do? You can potty train them? Love this. That's so funny. Hollow, did you potty train your bunnies? Or do they use a litter box? Now I'm very curious. I think they also deserve some toys. I don't know exactly what bunnies play with, but these bunnies get toys because they live in a mod mansion, so the bunnies also need a good life. Um, Rabbit is derived from Middle English rabbit, which is derived from Middle French robet or Middle Dutch robbe. Oh my god, I know that word. I never realized that was related to this. You don't really have to train them. That's super interesting. I'm learning so many things about rabbits, guys. What a good day. Never realized all these things about rabbits. We can give them like a small, or we can just have the hay. Wait, I know we have there we go. I'll have that like underneath the feeding space. Um yeah, okay, so that's the one that I already used. Is this balcony half bunny haven, half yoga outs? Yeah. Yeah, it's bunnies and yoga. Which honestly, I think is perfect. Like, what more do you want? I think this is great. Just bunnies and yoga. Of course, I need to know if Hollow agrees with this statement, but I hope you like that I'm giving your bunnies a space here. At first I was like trying to figure out how I should add that, but I think this is working out nicely. Bunnies and yoga. Oh my god, that's such a good business idea, Liv. Oh, you are using your big brain today, and I love it. Goat yoga. We should make an animal sanctuary where you can do yoga and run it as a business. I want to do this really badly now. I would be scared of the bunnies eating themselves. Yeah, a little bit true. Okay, so we have the bunnies. Let me read through it one more time. Green is your favorite color, especially sage green. For interiors, you like warm colors, warm, light neutrals, beige, and sand, and earth tones like terracotta, orange, red, mustard yellow, olive green, and you hate gray. Hobbies are reading, hiking, yoga, kayaking, and cycling. You also love live music. You like modern, natural, and cozy aesthetic, minimalist, but a bad one. Kind of yes to both. You try to keep everything in cupboards. Okay, so you like clutter, but you like to kind of put it away. You would describe yourself as messy, so that's why we put some stuff around the place where you just kind of left things. Favorite food is lasagna, but you also love chocolate. This is just a question that I put in there, not necessarily because I was gonna incorporate it in the build. I was just really curious about all of your favorite foods. The best place that you've traveled to is Austria, which I feel like does have the mountains again, but I think we settled on not having that mountain design because I couldn't really fit it in anywhere. Love art, would love to own some paintings, but for now, just prints from illustrators. Not one particular style, but you like impressionist art, art inspired by nature, and you like printing techniques like lino cuts. Okay, so I think I have that covered a little bit with, like, some of the art, like, some of the prints that we have above the desk and maybe, like, this vinyl and stuff. Um, and then we have, like, your clutter, but neatly stowed away, lots of books because you like reading. We have your hiking shoes. We have the bike parts. Then we have a board with, like, tickets and concerts that you've been to. We have your setup, your reading nook. We have some clutter and stuff, but not too much. Um All the same bird doesn't count. Those are just nicknames. And also, I've never heard someone call a canary a piche. I think this is a dialect thing, Abu. Uh, mount. Ooh, we could do the mountain design over here. That's actually a good one. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Sorry, Abu. This just the dots. Starts rifling again. Good luck. You got this. I know you do. I know you're gonna figure it out eventually. Watch this Saturday, watch me be at your place and, like, all of a sudden you're going, "I got it." Um, really putting the mods out there. That was the vision. That was the point, Tub Tub. Piruvit. That's actually kinda cute. I like that. Okay, I think if there's a place to sit, like a cozy couch or a lazy chair, you need a blanket nearby. We got that solved. You don't like stripes. We got that solved. You have 2 rabbits. We got that solved. You like natural, materials like wood, linen, stone, rattan, wool, and ceramics. I think we got it. Hollow, I think your room is done. I need to know your thoughts now, because I feel like you've been very good at keeping quiet and not giving me too much direction, but now I would love to hear what you think, now that I'm gonna call the room done. Because I think yeah, there's enough light on the balcony. I wanted to check that. I wanted to make sure. Um, I just realized this window is actually going into the next room. That isn't great. Do you see that? Okay, let me see how far I can move this to Okay, now it's not clipping anymore. It's not perfect, but it's not clipping. But yeah, I think this is the room. You love it? Yes. I feel like this was definitely a challenge because um like there was not a lot of space here. I think I would have done some things maybe like differently, like made more space for a bike display or something like that. Um you saw Tame Impala. Oh dang, I should have kept it. Okay, now I want to bring that back actually. I saw them live too, by the way. Where did you see them live? Now I'm curious. Now I kind of want to bring it back. Ah, Fuzz. Ooh, nice. Wait, when was this? Because I think we might have been at the same concert then. Although I think they performed 2 nights in a row a couple of years ago. Hold on. Hold on. Now you've made me intrigued to see if we were actually at the same that would have been funny. I don't think we knew each other at the time. But I now need to know if we existed in the same place at I mean, we met, so we existed in the same place multiple times, but specifically that time. The concert itself was kinda disappointing. Oh, I liked it. But to be fair, I don't think anything will live up to me seeing Tame Impala at Pukkelpop because it was, like, outside and it was raining, and the laser show was, like, looking like magic with breaking on the raindrops. And, like, even the dude from Tame Impala, his name is Kevin Parker, right? He, like, walked out in the rain to just stand there and be like, "What the fuck is this magic?" This was very unintentional, but it's the best I've ever created. Um, Long song sounded good, but just as good as hearing them on a record. Yeah, I think maybe that they didn't have a lot of interaction with the public. That could be true. Yeah. Also, Shadow for it. Welcome. It is good to see you. I'm now really curious. Hold on. I need to figure out when I saw them live. Tame Impala Rush to the Head. August 30th, 2022. And the show started with this sort of like weird ad for you taking drugs. And then the whole show was you like basically being on the drug trip. I'm curious if we saw the same show. Um, that's 3 years ago. What did you say? August 20th, 2022. Oh my god, okay, so that wasn't now I'm wondering if no, August 30th, actually. Okay, so you went on the second day, I went on the first day. Almost. So close. Ellie! Rose? Damn! Thank you so much for hanging out here for that amount of time that you got to redeem the Rose roll. That's wilding. Wilding. If you're hanging out here and you are in the Rose room, now you can go to sleep. You were like saving up for it desperately. You were like, I'm so ready. Oh, I see that my mod or one of the mods, Esther, always so fast. If you're hanging out here and you're in the Rose room, make sure to give Ellie a warm, warm welcome. um, but thank you so much for hanging out for enough time in the stream that you first got to redeem Palm Tree, then Coconut, and then Rose. That's so many points. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it lots. Um, Also, remember when I thought that I would like be done with Hollow's room really quickly and then we would have time to start a next room? Well, then I took 5 million business years to get the stress about my decisions. So, I am going to spin the wheel to see who is next. But then I don't think I'll have a lot of time to get started on that room because like I said, I'm really tired. I've had a really long day, so I don't want to go overtime with stream too much either. Um It's very possible that we have actually been to the same concerts. Maybe a different one. I've seen quite a lot, usually smaller artists though. Now I am really curious if there's like any other overlap of concerts that we might have been to. I do think we have a very similar music taste. So it would make sense. But I'll give you this print back then. I think now that with this layout, it also works there. I was already wondering why you spontaneously said Bergleo. I've actually heard this. I've actually heard the term Bergleo. That is true. Also known as Puma. Fair enough. I think actually in English you can call it a mountain lion as well. To be honest, I have actually heard mountain lion in English more than I've heard Bergleo in Dutch. That's a good quote. Like absolutely zero context. Just Bergleo. It took 5 million business years to be stressed about my decisions is so real. It's just a mood some days. I do not care. It counts. It counts. I will I'm actually quite impressed that you managed to come up with one already and that you didn't need the time until Saturday. Like, very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. I think I'm gonna get the wheel, and then we're actually gonna spin for who is next. Shall I now manifest too? Well, you manifest quickly. Lacira! Let's go! Okay. I'll have to check which room was Lacira's. Um, wait, sorry, I just read something. I got very distracted. Oh my goodness. I love how I opened mod chat and just stopped talking. Just I just went quiet. You guys just witnessed peak ADHD. Like it was really strange as well. I was just reading it and then all of a sudden I was like, "Ro, you're streaming. Why are you silent?" And I think in reality, I wasn't even quiet for longer than like 30 seconds, but it felt like a really long time. That was so weird. I think you do this more than you realize. The thing is, I know that I do this when I'm playing the game. Like I know that I do this when I'm building. I just go quiet because I'm thinking about the game. But this time around, I feel like I just went quiet out of nowhere because I got distracted by mod chat and I was like reading stuff. But let's actually see the where is it? The floor plan. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I hate it when it happens. I don't necessarily hate it, but I do think it's really funny that your brain can just forget what you're doing. Like you're how this is so weird. Like why is our brain so strange? We're actually going to continue on the same floor that we're already building. This is Lacira's room. But upon seeing this, I was actually thinking I might use like the last little bit of stream to quickly decorate this bathroom. Because this is the hall bathroom that both Micah and Hollow share. And considering both of their rooms are done now, I think we should actually have a bathroom done. Good night, Liv. Good night, good night. Thank you for hanging out. Let's actually get the tiles that we have been using for every single bathroom. And if there is a common denominator between Micah's and Hollow's room, I think it's the warmer colors. So I might go for the yellow one because I don't think there is an... It would have been nice if there was a terracotta one, actually. But there is not. Or the brown one. That could also be pretty, to be honest. And a third person. Oh, yeah. Good point. That is... Lynn's room. Ooh, let's actually quickly check what Lynn wrote down in her answers in terms of like color scheme. So I can see if brown would match with her as well. I love green, like sage green and dark green and forest green. I mean, technically, this room would be by far big enough to add a bathroom in here if we wanted to. Um, like I could just sneak in a little corner over here and make that a bathroom. But I think actually then the brown does work. You guys have very honestly, if we do a dark green room here, that is so complementary between these two rooms. Like that is this corner is going to be super beautiful because we have like the kind of like the beige mostly wood and like orange tones, dark green, sage green. But then there's also some orange and yellow kind of coming back. This is going to be very nice. Very excited about this. I think that looks super good. Also, hi Micah, it's good to see you. Love Hollow's room. It's super cute, isn't it? I really like it. I'm happy with how it turned out. I think it works. All of the rooms in a way have complementary themes. I think I pick my mods based on their interior decoration preferences. Like this was preordained. Um okay, so since this is a pretty big bathroom, it might actually be nice to have a separate toilet so that you guys can, you know, use the restroom without being in each other's way. So then we would have like a toilet and a sink over here. We might even be able to do a separate door because there's plenty of space in here. And then this can just be like shower and bathtub. That's how you picked your mods. I want that kind of talent. It is a talent. I was giggling the whole time you spent. What is your favorite color though? Because I think we need to know now. Watch Rowan Scott go hardcore clown. Oh, Abu, have you seen my house? You've literally seen my house on the inside. Do you really think I would go for clown core? I feel insulted by this comment. Insulted, I tell you. It hurts me. It hurts my feel. We saw oh god, I forgot I showed you guys the gray house. I really made mistakes there. Because that will haunt me forever. Scott, maybe? I mean, I think the worst he will do is put up historical posters. Which, I mean, I can survive, I guess. mm. Trying to find... I don't know, maybe that one is actually the best. Yeah, like, medieval prints and stuff. You know? Let me show you an example. He used to have one, and I really hated it. I'm not looking for the exact one, but, like, I'll show you an example of something that he could have on his wall. This is so ugly that it okay, you know, something like this. Where you're like, "Why do we why?" The weird medieval animals, I would actually like, I'll be okay with that. Because that's kinda funny. Those make me laugh. Well, the thing is the one he had was medieval, so I don't know. I just took 3 seconds to look. I'm not a perfect human, okay? Um, I'm trying to figure out what I wanna do because this is a shower tub combo, so that is efficient, but then I'm like, medieval art is ugly. Oh, 100%. Thank you for the uptime reminder, I appreciate it. If we have a shower tub combo, it might be nice, though, because then we would have more space to actually have, like, a bigger cabinet. Considering this is a bathroom for a lot of people, I just feel like that's a really awkward corner. So now I'm, like, trying to figure out how do I wanna lay out this bathroom. I guess I could just move the door. I know, by the way, about the uptime. Now I'm just invested in this bathroom, which is probably slightly problematic and not smart, but I am. Um, okay. I'll think about what I wanna do with this bathroom on the next stream. I think I have to drop it here. Also, hi, Riley, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. That is not a tree-friendly shower. Well, I can confirm that I've met Hollow, not a tree. I've met Lynn, not a tree. I've yet to meet Micah, but based off pictures that I've seen, not a tree. So, you know, I think for this bathroom, we're good. If I see what room you will get, let me see, where are you sleeping? Oh, you have a look, this is your room. This will be your bathroom. I will make sure just to make sure that I don't forget about this so that you cannot come haunt me later about it. Hold on. Wait, I need to find a shower that doesn't have a okay, all of them have a little thing underneath it. You know how stupid that is? Because that means that I can raise none of them up. None of them can go in the air like I want to. That's unfortunate. But don't worry, I'll think of something so that we can give you a tree shower just for you. Just try hard. It is that I have a rule to not flip off people on my stream. But otherwise, if you know, you know. Let me save and save my game. Oh, anyways, stop the recording. I'm gonna find us someone to raid for today. No, it's okay. Really can stay. She's a good egg. She behaves like a bad one sometimes, but she's a good egg. Don't you dare! I think the piece in the mod mansion. You stirred the pot, really. We were building a beautiful mod mansion, and you come in here stirring the pot. All of a sudden, there's unrest in the mod mansion, starting to look like a telenovela. Let me see who is live to see who we can raid for today. Um, it's so weird because the US already changed their time zone, meaning that actually a lot of US streamers are already live, even though normally we barely overlap. Um, mm, making decisions of where I want to go. Why is it always difficult? Um, I know Mimbim, but I actually have know when I wanna raid her, and it's not today. I will raid her later, don't worry. Um, I think I know where I wanna go. We haven't raided her in a while. We have raided her before, but we haven't raided her in a while. Um, but we're gonna go to someone who's also playing The Sims. And she's trying out the new pack, so I think that might be fun. Um, we are behind Simsy raids, I think. Yeah, don't worry, we'll raid her. I have plans, just not for today. I'll tell you guys in mods chat when I want to raid her so that you will also know because the mods are allowed to know all my secrets. But we're gonna go say hi to Serotonin. I would love it if you come with me. She's absolutely wonderful, very cozy creator. And I'll be back tomorrow with co-working. So if you want to come hang out, feel free to come hang out. I will be live 1 hour later than regular though, because I have a therapy appointment in the morning. So I will start at to 11 my time instead of quarter to 10. We're gonna go for a pomo extra at the end. So we'll still have 7 pomos today. Yes, 10:45 exactly. If you want to see the schedule in your own time zones, feel free to actually check out the Discord. I have it listed there with like a little time code so it will show up in your personal time zone. And just in general, the Discord is a lovely place to hang out with the community outside of stream hours. If you want to follow me on any of my other socials, feel free to do so. All of them were just posted in chat through my website link. And then if you want to help me out and you want to follow or subscribe to my VOD YouTube channel, it's the place where I re-upload all of my gaming streams. Feel free to click that last link that was posted in chat. And then, of course, if you're still looking for an amazing browser, if we get to 600, I get another bonus. So if you are looking for a great browser, with free VPN, free ad blocker, all the best things. Low on RAM, low on CPU usage, fully customizable in look and feel, and many, many, many more great things about this browser. It's completely free. Did I mention that? Um, Feel free to download it. But let's actually copy and paste that rate message myself because I don't want to forget about that. Um, if I make the start of tomorrow's stream, please don't, please go to sleep. Get your rest. You need it. Just a free click and free downloading is very wonderful. Exactly. Exactly. But thank you all so much for hanging out today. I really appreciate every single one of you. I had a very cozy time building again. I'll be back with more Sims. We're going to continue the Not So Berry challenge on Wednesday if you are just here for the gaming. And on Friday, I actually have a very, very, very exciting stream with a very exciting game. I cannot share which one yet, but if you like The Sims, you might want to be there. So yeah, just letting you guys know that that's happening on Friday. And yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your time zone wherever you are, and I hope to see you guys later.